uses Pan F50 film. This is Ilford's high contrast, super fine grain, low speed black and white film. And you've probably read somewhere that it's really a film for tripod use because of its low speed. But I say hogwash to that. Load this stuff into your camera on a sunny day, go out and shoot the sunny 16 rule, select your shutter speed to 1/25th of a second, choose apertures f8 or f11 and shoot away handheld all day long as the sun's out. And developing the film is a piece of cake too, with short times and suitable with most developers. But here's the thing that many people don't realise when they get hold of this film. Ilford recommend that once you've taken your exposures, you should really develop it within a few months. Some people say even sooner. And the reason for that is because it's such a low speed and the silver grains are so small, once you've taken your exposures, that latent image that sits on the film before you develop, it can start to disappear or fade over time. So if you're going to go on tour for months on end and not intend to develop your films when you come back home, this film might not be the best one to take with you. So I went out the other day with 2 rolls of film. I took out some ILFORD Delta 100 and also the Pan F as well. And not that I wanted to try the side by side, I just pulled 2 films out of the fridge for a little bit of street photography where I went out chasing shadows. And what I generally do when I do this is I walk around the streets on a bright sunny day and I'll literally scan the whole streets for anything that's got some nice shadow to it, some nice composition I can work around it, you know, it could be anything. And I'll take my photographs and build a collection of negatives. Sort of like a project, if you like. It's kind of like an ongoing project of mine, but it's just something for me to do when it's really bright and sunny outside. I can go off and do this sort of photography. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I take the pictures anyway and see what I like when I get back. Okay, that don't work, this works, and I know what to do going forward. So I took these 2 films out, but with the Delta 100, it's kind of like, it's not as contrasted as this. So with this film, I pushed it 2 stops. And by doing that, obviously I'm underexposing by 2 stops. Anything that's dark in my scene is going to be even more darker when I take the picture. And it also means any highlights in the scene as well are also going to be more grey than the white. But then that's for me to deal with later on in the development. What I do is end up pushing the development, increasing the development time, so I bring those highlights back up, which ends me up with a nice black and white contrasty looking print. Look at this bench, look at those lovely lines underneath there. There's not much highlights, it's quite dark, that's the only trouble. But obviously I've got the ground, which is quite light, but there's not much else. But I do have the highlights on the bench. I'm going to take this shot anyway. I've decided to push the film 2 stops, sunny 16, so I've got 1/500th of a second. I'm going to go f11, and that should get me my 400 speed. But I often do this on sunny days. I'll look for scenes and they mean nothing, but I know that some of those photographs made into prints and frames wouldn't look out of place on many interior walls of libraries, coffee shops and hotels and stuff like that. So for me personally, it's a good project to continue doing. I can also try out different films and see how they come back. Now I was doing this with the Pan F50 and I was surprised at the results that I got with it. So on the first day I went out with the Delta 100, pushing it 2 stops, and I was using this Zenit B camera and a TT Artisan 75mm lens, and I come back with some really nice contrasty looking negatives. I developed those in Rodnell because I wanted to get a little bit of, try and get some grain and grit out of the film, and it worked a treat. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take advantage of that triumph while I can. So in that shot there, I purposely framed the black and white pole in the background, just gives it a little bit more depth to it. Yeah, I like that, the chrome and stuff. I'm glad I saw that actually. So we've got a bit of a chrome bumper, chrome exhaust. You try that. It's got a shadow underneath it with the wheel. We can use this as a leading line, the curb. Okay. So I cut the film out of the camera, and then the next day I went and shot the rest of the Delta 100 inside the Nikon FM3A, again pushing it 2 stops. This time I was using a 35mm lens. I felt that the 75mm it was too close. I shouldn't have took that really. I was finding myself getting further away from the subjects I was taking photographs of. So I thought 35mm, I'll try that, get a little bit wider, I can get a bit closer, and that seemed to work really well, and the rest of the roll came out looking really good. Bikes are pretty cool, the spokes, here we go, white tyres, bit of shadow. Unfortunately it's on a darker floor, but it might work, so I'll take it. This is a much better angle. Much better angle here. To get the shadow in, and all the shadow in the back wheel, so yeah. And it was the next day, it was a lovely sunny day, and don't forget, I'm only around the streets for about an hour or so, just walking around in my spare time, just getting some exercise, taking some pictures as I go along. So the next day I took out the Nikon F2, and this time I put a 50mm lens on. So I thought, let's go and find a different area and see what I can find this time. But I ended up putting some Ilford PAN F50 inside the camera. I've shot plenty of rolls of this stuff before, but I've never really used it on a Sunny 16 and doing this sort of project. So I wanted to see how this would perform for me. So I would be shooting 1/25, in fact the camera's still set to 1/25 of a second, at around f11 and f8 depending on the scene. And with the Pan F50, I didn't develop that in rod null this time, I developed that in 510 Pyro. I've just got a feeling that my rod null might be on its last legs with only that much left in the bottle. And I came back with some real banging pictures. Not quite the grit and grain that I would normally like, because that film's got such a smooth grain. F11. See how that looks. So I'm literally walking around these streets. My mind is scanning. I'm looking left, right, up, down. I'm just looking for compositions where lines and stuff go off, and shadows and highlights, and I'm trying to blend all that in a quick moment as I'm walking. Sometimes you stop and you stand and you stare at a scene and you think, how could that look in, you know, on a print or framed or whatever, and people walking past must think you're a right weirdo, you know. You do get some funny looks. I'm interested in the shadow that the bike's taking, in case you're wondering. I wasn't going to nick it, but that don't bother me. I'm a photographer. I'm getting some pictures. Today there is literally shadows and compositions everywhere. The sun is quite low over that way, so it's just a case of finding just some fun compositions and shadows, etc. But it's definitely something that I would suggest to anyone to try. But when it is bright and sunny and I want to go out and take pictures, this is the sort of thing I'll do. I'll just walk around the streets and look for shadows. I call it chasing the shadows. But it does get your photography mind thinking all the while that you're walking. You know, like I say, you're scanning everything that you're seeing in front of you, and you're looking at things thinking, you know, is that going to make a nice print? Would that look nice framed? I wonder where that could, you know, where that could suit. Would it be a hotel, coffee shop, my indoor, above the bedroom, in the bathroom, whatever. So it's also good practice, I find, to, you know, to do this sort of photography. Even if you're not into street or urban photography, it just keeps your mind sort of awake, I would say, to taking pictures, especially in sunlight as well. And if you're not used to the Sunny 16, or you're not confident with it, it's quite easy on a bright sunny day. The exposures don't really change unless you walk into shade. So that's the SO grate that I took a photograph of, which I really liked. And I put that in a 16 by 12 paper, glossy Ilford paper. It's come out better than the scan. It's only using a 2.5 grade filter and a little bit of contrast 5 just to boost them blacks a little bit more, get it more crunch. The grain though, there's no grain in that at all. That Pan F50 and Pyro combination is absolutely nuts. Another one I actually liked was Pan F50 on 120 format, a 6x6 camera, and I've got this square negative that I like when I was looking up through that staircase. No, not quite shadows, this is more kind of just madness. But I just like the composition and I like the way it came out. So I'm going to print that one. I'll show you how this one looks in a second. I'll put it in the developer, you guys can see it coming through if you want. But I like this one. Can hardly see it, it's sort of really hard to focus. I think that's about it. And that's what I like about these, you know, self projects that I do. I go out for a walk and I just stumble across things and things I've never even noticed before. So just by sort of having an idea in my mind of what I want to take pictures of, it just sends me into different areas that I'll probably never walk down before if I was just doing sort of normal urban photography, urban street, whatever you want to call it. This one I've actually got the rebate going on. Just straightforward 2.5 grade filter, 3.1 seconds. Done, nice and quick. So I ended up in the darkroom. I've only done a couple of prints. It's getting really hot in here. It's still quite sunny outside and I'm sweating buckets. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to bolt out of here pretty soon. But you know, out of all those photographs that I took, there's only a few that I actually really like. But that's not the point in shooting a whole roll of film and coming back and being disappointed if you've only got a few that you like. That's not what it's about. It's for me personally, it's about getting out with my cameras, getting out with some film, getting some exercise, going for a walk, and you know, keeping my creative juices flowing and looking for shadows in bright sunlight like I was doing, coming back, developing and seeing what I've got at the end of the day. You can learn from it as well, like the photograph, the print that I just made of that fire escape stairwell. That's something that I've not really explored, I don't think. I haven't got many negatives like that, so maybe that's, I liked it, so maybe that's something going forward that I can, you know, sort of cling on to and next time I go out look for something like that. So it's all fun and games. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's given anyone some inspiration in shooting maybe Pan F50 or pushing Delta 100 to 400 and especially shooting the Sunny 16 out in bright sunlight and seeing what you come back with. And a massive thanks to all the guys that support me on Patreon and the YouTube members. There'll be a video coming out on there soon for you lot. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.